everybody, Keely here. I wanted to use my postal ephemera book today, partly because I saw the most beautiful ATCs made by Demi at Demi Crafts. She got my book, she spent the whole weekend and she made 6 ATCs using these images. Oh gosh, they were so pretty. So Demi very kindly photographed them and sent them over so that I could use them. She gave permission. So you can see the gorgeous colours and just the way her composition skills are second to none. They're absolutely stunning, aren't they? And each one has got a different colour theme as well from my book. So thank you, Demi. Absolutely love what you do. You have got such a good eye and keep them coming. Anyway. Today I need to crack on with my gelli postcard play offerings. So I'm going to pick out some more images. Now this was just lying on my desk and look at the colours standing out there together or blending together. Her blouse, this background, I think that's a really good starting point. So I thought maybe I would use some faux stamps on this one. There's some ephemera that I cut out the other day. Let's see, again I want to go with the 50s vibe here. In case you didn't see my other videos, this is my book. I'm Keely O'Brian. So those are all quite Victorian. Those might go. Maybe those colours, they're a little bit more old-fashioned than I was thinking. Oh, now, what about some of these? The colours are fantastic, the flowers are beautiful, it's quite 50s. Oh gosh, right, which one? Which one? That's rather pretty, isn't it? It's got those. Yeah, I'm doing it. Let's have that one. I'll come in this way. Maybe even that one. Let's just cut them both because it's going to in the way anyway. Oh, actually I like it with both of those. Maybe we could just do stamps in this one. And I'll need to make my gelli number 7. Gelli print background number 7. Let's see what other stamps. I know there are butterflies in this book. And some smaller stamps. Oh! What about a flamingo? Nothing says the 50s more than flamingos. Well, maybe. Cut that one out. If I don't use it for this, I can use it in another project. There we go. Or that one. Oh, should have done that one. Look, it's got that peachy colour. Oh, cute little ducks, aren't they sweet? Some mandarin ducks there. Apparently they're lucky. And people give them for people at weddings and so on. 2 mandarin ducks, it's a thing apparently. Ah, now that's rather good. I would say so myself. Right, I might have it more butterflies. I knew there was some there. Ooh. I think we might have enough. Those are huge. They're beautiful. Perhaps a little bit too huge. No, I think we're okay. I think we've got what I need. We've got a kitty. We could have another one, or a dog. That's so adorable. Look at this little one here. Cuteness overload. More stamps. I think they're probably a bit more 1930s or 20s. We've done a parcel. That was in postcard number 6. Those are all old fashioned. I'm going to put those in here for a reason. I was thinking about maybe these as well. There's the orange, or I'm going to keep a simple colour palette here. I think that might work, or maybe that one, it's the same colours but a little bit narrower. Oh, I'm having so much fun cutting up my books. Actually using them. Okay, that'll do. Right, fussy cutting time. Back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. So I'm just playing around with my faux stamps to see whether they look better with some tiny little nicks taken out of them with these teeny tiny nail scissors. And I'm not following the actual, actual bumps around the edge of the stamp here. I am just giving a bit of a textured effect. See what it looks like. This is going to take forever. You could buy some craft scissors with a little edge to them. Is it worth it? What do you think? I quite like that. Otherwise they just look like rectangles. Some of them have got a shadow on them, so you can see there's a bit of a shadow around there. But I think that's what I'm going to do, even though it's a bit laborious. Anyway, there we go. Oh, I had such a busy weekend. Feels like it's only just finished, because I don't work on a Monday, so I went down to visit my mum in Sussex, and it was so nice to see her. She's 84 and she's such a sweet lady, and it's always nice to see her. And I was also outside on her drive because she looks after she gives a home to my beautiful yellow camper van, which sadly is, I think, going to have to go up for sale because I just don't have the time to use her. So I spent a couple of hours outside cleaning her, and she's a she, the camper van, and she needs a lot of money spending on her, I think, just to deal with rust. And all the other things are fantastic, but she is going rusty because she's nearly as old as me. So yeah, so whilst I had a lovely time making her look fabulous and putting all the curtains and stuff in, actually really sad that I think we will have to part ways. Maybe I'll get another van one day. Living in London, it's really just, unless you've got a driveway, it's just not really a thing, owning a vintage vehicle. That needs a lot of looking after, and yeah, she's bright yellow as well, so she doesn't exactly blend in. I think she might attract the wrong sort of attention as well, maybe, in London, in terms of people maybe breaking in or whatever. So my poor old van. Anyway, is it worth it? I think it is. I'm going to try and get some scissors though. I know when Nicole on Relax Cut Glue made a postcard using these, I've just been watching her on YouTube while I've been fussy cutting to remember what she did. She did a book flip through. It's really hard to say flip through. She did a really sweet book flip through for me of the pretty postal ephemera and faux stamps book that we are working with here. And then she actually did make a postcard, even though it was some months ago. It might have been just before Christmas, I can't remember, or just after. But yeah, she used some of those children's scissors. Now, I used to have a pair, goodness knows where they are, but the ones that cut a wavy line, but it was quite a big wavy line there. Oh, I've got all these tiny bits now. I have to get the Hoover out later. I'm going to go everywhere. Yeah. Oh, I do think it's worth it. It looks so much better than the straight lines. Okay, you're going to get really bored with me doing this, so I'm just going to cut these out and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, so I have cut out all of the edges now on my faux stamps. I mean, if you're using my book, you don't have to do it that way. I just thought I wanted to, as this is quite a small project, and I really wanted you to be able to see that they were stamps, because there's not much else to give that away. Well, apart from the numbers and the word post and, you know, the design, I guess. So yeah, we haven't got any post boxes or anything like that on these. So now I need to choose a jelly print or some sort of jelly print product, shall we say, product of jelly printing that will make a nice number 7. I don't think that's going to work. It's the wrong green. But I was thinking the greeny, I'm so obsessed with turquoise and teal. But this background of this stamp and her skirt are those sorts of colours, and this is quite a nice texture. As you can maybe guess, this is me cleaning off the brayer after a bit of jelly printing. So I might use some of this. Let's give it a try, and I've got to try and create a 7 as well. Let's just cut some out that will make a nice background. Narrow things down a little bit. And I don't want it too in your face, but a little bit of texture. See, I've already got the jelly print background with the spots, which I just think are so 1950s. I'm really, really pleased with those. It needs to fit in. Oh, let's just do it. Right, a 7. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is about the end of my first couple of weeks, well, first week really on YouTube. And it's so much fun. I just wish I had more time for editing and crafting. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Actually does look like a 7, I think. maybe it'll work better where down there. Let's put her down there. Yeah, and then her skirt and that 7 tie together quite well. Maybe we'll put that up there to balance things out. And then I can trim the edges afterwards. Do we want the kitten right there? I have teeny tiny triangles of white paper in my life for a long time to come. They're all over the table and they're probably stuck to me. Okay, right, it is gluing time. Where's my Pritt stick? There it is. Okay, so I use Pritt stick at the moment. I don't really have any other glue. We always used PVA at school when I was a teacher. You probably have heard me saying I was a teacher. And it was all well and good until I used a bit too much and I became slightly allergic to PVA glue, you know, the white school glue. And it got to the point, if I was teaching in the art room and somebody had been in there doing gluing with a class before me, it was actually making my throat itch. And I think the reason might have been because it started when I haven't inked around the edges. Oh, never mind. I don't think I want to do that on this one. Yeah, it started when me and one of the other teachers, we were making a giant Chinese New Year dragon head out of papier-mâché using PVA glue. I mean, this thing was huge. It was like the size of a dustbin kind of size. So yeah, there was an awful lot of PVA glue and we were just covered in it, and I actually started to become slightly allergic or sensitive, let's say, to the glue, and had to be a bit careful because it made my throat itch and gave me a headache, which was annoying and awkward when you're in an environment where that glue gets rolled out quite a lot. So yeah, doors and windows open for that kind of activity, but Pritt stick's okay. And I'm going to get myself some art glitter glue so that I can try that out, and it might be a PVA based glue actually. What glue do you like to use if you're a crafter? Let me know in the comments. I'm in the UK, as you know, probably by now. I'm in London, so yeah, I have access to products that we use here. Give me a shout if you're also in the UK. Let me know where you're from. I know this kind of craft is huge in America now and Canada. And I've seen crafters in Australia and South Africa, and Holland and Germany. I just think it's such a fun hobby. Oh, have I got room for the 7? Yes, just about. It's such a fun hobby. It is really, really relaxing. So Nicole, I have you really to thank for my new hobby of actually crafting with my books, and I love it, absolutely love it. Let's just clean that up a tad. Snippety snip. I'm finding, I mean, I obviously did a lot of crafting at school with the kids. Mostly I taught age group sort of from 6 up to 9, 10-year-olds at various times. Let's get this straight. And so we did a lot of different crafting things, and obviously mounting stuff, putting it together. We used to make calendars every year at our school as well for the children to take home, and they would have a little mini calendar on it, so they'd make a piece of art, and that would be what they'd take home as a gift for their parents or carers. So I always tried to do something impressive that parents could put up with looking at for a whole year on the fridge door with a fridge magnet kind of scenario. Okay, oh yeah, I'm liking that. I think the 7 is okay as well. Maybe slightly brighter than I would have liked, but I suppose I could tone it down. Why don't we do some white polka dots? Where's my white pen? Well, we could do silver. Do I want to do silver? What shall I do? Oh, there's the white pen. Okay, let's go with that. Now, kind of keeps the spotty theme and takes away some of the impact of that blue. Love decorating things. Remember when I was growing up, there were some fantastic stationery shops in the place where I grew up, which is Brighton in Sussex, and I used to just go in and drool over the wrapping papers, and I really wanted to, you know, do greeting card design or wrapping paper design, just so I could have fun with the patterns. And of course now with computers and, you know, ideas from the internet, it's just a completely different world. It really, really is, I'm sure, for graphic designers and artists and so forth. So there we are. I prefer that now. We can really see the 7. It's not quite so dark, and it's broken it up a bit. I love that. Let's do a few more. Who doesn't love doing dots? It's relaxing and quite meditative, actually. Don't go too crazy. Yep, so I always loved paper supplies. I would buy, I actually had a little book, I might dig it out and show you one day. It's a kind of paper engineering sketchbook that I had. I used to make people greetings cards with like pop-up cakes and things. Really time consuming, but absolutely adored playing about and getting the paper to fold and pop up, and used to use all the different colours of the writing paper I used to buy in this particular shop that I'm thinking of. Anyway, right, I'm done. Let us round the corners. And then we have postcard number 7. Oops. Kapling. I like these wider corners, actually, and I think it ties these postcards I've made together as a collection as well, the fact they've all got the same type of corners on them. There we go. Now, do I want to ink around the edges? Actually, I love inking around the edges, so I think I will. What about vintage photo? Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Don't know. To beats. Let's just see how that comes out on here. Doesn't come out at all. Yeah, I know. I still haven't bought one of those. Yeah, let's do that. One of those little, oh, I don't know what you call them. things that you do this with that aren't bits of car cleaning sponge. Why have I got that song in my head? Maybe because I was talking about Brighton, because that song definitely reminds me of living in Brighton. It was a fantastic place to grow up, and it's got the sea. It's very vibrant. There's a big student community there, and there's loads of restaurants, and there's a pier. Well, there are two piers really, but one has all but vanished into the sea now. When I was little, I remember it. I don't remember it being open, I don't think, the West Pier, but the Palace Pier, which is now called Brighton Pier, I believe, that's still going. You can go on it. It's got Helter Skelter, which is quite a well-known sort of Brighton landmark. Brighton's also got a fantastic palace called the Royal Pavilion, and I used to wait for the bus outside the Royal Pavilion, but for a few years, like when I was at art college, it was covered in scaffolding, which was such a shame. So I would spend quite a few hours waiting for the bus there, and of course 3 would come along at once, wouldn't they? But yeah, right in the centre of town. And there were some fantastic shops in Brighton, and a really good lively sort of bar and music scene as well, and nightclubs, and it was just a great place to grow up. I'm so lucky to have grown up there, and I still like to go back now and again. I think we're going down in September for a bit of a family outing with my partner's family. We've kind of instigated an annual outing to Brighton in our yearly calendar. Right, there we go. I don't know how much of that was on in the viewfinder actually. I hope it was. So there we are. I'm done. This was the book I used. Don't forget to check it out on Amazon. If you wouldn't mind following my author page on Amazon, that would be absolutely phenomenal. And also you get to see any new books that I bring out. As a model of a book, I think this is something I want to do more of. Whether I will do another postal ephemera and faux stamps book, I don't know, but I definitely, having used it, I think I could definitely do some more, the characters in the book, some more people. I think there's a lot of mileage in the faux stamps, so I may well bring out volume 2 at some point, but it won't be yet because I've got other projects coming up, which I will share with you as soon as I am able to. So there we are. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.